Hello. Been 7,000 years, not 7 weeks. It definitely feels like it's been 7,000 years. Been 7,000 years in AI terms. Hi, it's been a while. I guess it hasn't been like that long for Lurfy terms. But it feels like it's been forever because I have been very busy. Ahoy, Terry! Hi! Welcome to the stream. You heard me say Uma. You heard me say Uma, and you're here. But yeah, it's Leppy. Hi, Rio. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, I've been super duper busy. I think literally like the day after my last stream, or was it before my last stream? I don't know. My brother brought his puppy over, and I was left to watch the puppy a lot of times. I mean, I didn't have to do it too often, because my parents would watch him. But if you guys remember my saga with my puppy, his puppy isn't as bad, but it's a lot of similar stuff. Hold on, I should turn some music on once again. I'm speaking in a silent void.
Hi, Mark Bardnick saying.
Oh, thanks for the ad. Why is there no skip button?
Shot his way into saying.
What? Thanks. Okay, well, I guess I'll just mute that for a second. Gosh dang it, what the heck? Is there gonna be an ad for all of these? Because it's like a bunch of different videos. Gosh dang it. I might have to change plans as far as the music goes. I was gonna put it on Infinity Nikki music, but I don't. If I'm gonna get ads over and over, I don't know about that anymore. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Puppy. I was watching Puppy a lot, and I didn't have to do it too often because my parents would watch him for the most part. I had to deal with a lot of similar stuff as my saga with my puppy, though. And that was that. Until my parents left the country for a week and a half. So then I was watching him all the time. Oh yeah, on top of that, I had my whole family here. The entire family. I have a large family, by the way. I have a large family at a small house. Somehow we were all raised in this house. But then again, they didn't have their own children at that time. I mean, let me think. Between all of my siblings, how many nieces and nephews do I have again? 11? I think I have 11. I might have miscounted. That's 11 tiny humans in my house. As well as the adult humans that are my siblings and their spouses. And then dogs! They all brought their dogs too. So it was a full house, definitely. Every single thing that keeps you busy always involves an animal. You know, you're not wrong. Well, why is there another ad? Hello? This is a different ad. You know what? Can I find a long one? Oh, now I can't escape. Oh, okay. Here we go. Is it gonna give me an ad?
Hey, everyone.
Yep. Is it skippable? It's not. Why is this not skippable? Why is this happening? Sounds like half the stream is just gonna be dealing with ads. But yeah, here we are. And I know I said Infinity Nikki was gonna be my next stream. That was the plan. And then I took an hour making a thumbnail. It's very pretty. I'm ready for you guys to see it. I put a lot of work into it. Then I realized, oh heck, it's it's 6 p.m. And then I launched the game and I'm like, wait, there was an update. In fact, it is still updating. It is 75% of the way through. I started it at 6 o'clock. It's 7:23. So that wasn't gonna happen today. I mean, I do have a lot of time today. But I don't have that much. So I guess we're just gonna talk about what's instead! Yay! True girl failure. We love to see it. I love to see it because it's not me this time. Why is it a different ad? What is this? YouTube, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Is it gonna give me ad after ad after ad after ad and not give me the video? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, what? No! No! It gave me the video from No! What? I don't want an ad about an old man doing exercise. How is this relevant to me? I'm not an old man. Oh, skip, skip. I'm turning on the loop button just in case it stops, and then it gives me another ad because it stopped. Okay, we're done. Rio's. I wasn't talking about you, Rio. This was a man with a long white beard. It says something about being over the age of 50. I don't know. Not you though. That we know. I promise you, I am very much a woman that is a younger age. Pretty sure ads play even with loop on. Sometimes. I've had that happen sometimes. But not too often. It seems kind of like a roulette of whether or not you get an ad even with the loop is on. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird. I got sick. Which I also got sick while I was gone too. Wasn't I sick during my last stream or one of my last streams before I disappeared? I can't catch a break. I swear like half of my streams I'm sick or recovering from being sick or about to get sick. Anyway, most of my free time has in fact been playing Uma Musume. I really wish I could stream it. But for some reason it will not open for me on my PC. Like, I can play it on my phone, and that's literally the only game I can have on my phone because my old phone is still broken. and this one has half the storage space. Yeah, I want to stream it. Last night I could feel my throat starting to get sick, then I woke up this morning and it was fine. I've had that happen a few times, but most of the time that just means I'm getting sick. I really hope that the Steam version will work for me by the time Still in Love is added, because I really want to stream her career. Oh yeah, I remember you had that problem. Offspring, I can try to help you troubleshoot. Tiri, I tried. I looked up several different videos and they kept telling me to go find different files that don't exist on my computer. I actually have a theory of why that might be. And I don't really have anything to back it up, but it's just a guess. I think it might have something to do with the fact that I never activated Windows. I never activated Windows. I never bought a Windows key. I have the activate Windows, go to setting to activate Windows thingy on my screen. I just never did it. I intended to, but I was always too broke, and then at one point I was just like, you know, I don't care anymore. And now Windows 10 is no longer supported, and I really don't want Windows 11, so I guess I'm waiting for Windows 12. Bro, we have like 3 years for that. Are you sure? Also, hi! Oh, can't animate. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? My head and eyes hurt from overstimulation. Oh, I'm sorry. This is probably not the stream for you because I scream a lot. I scream and laugh a lot. That's kind of my involuntary thing. Oh boy, see that's you several, huh? LMA about the not activating Windows. Yeah, I still love just giving. Okay, so we're on an accelerated timeline though. And so they got it for their 4.5 anniversary. They got her for that. But if we're on the accelerated timeline, then wouldn't it be like a lot sooner? Don't worry about it. I just don't care anymore. Well, I hope you'll do okay. That's gonna be 2.5, 3 years from now. Well, that's 2.5 to 3 years from now for Steam to fix it, or for me to activate my Windows and hopefully fix it. You know what though? I did see that it's on the Google Play Games beta, and I did download it. However, apparently I need to do some like how do I say it? Apparently I need to do some settings stuff that I don't know how to do in order to get it to work, because it needs to simulate mobile. And I don't have the, hold on. I looked it up. What was it? Oh. Did I do it on Chrome or did I do it on Opera GX? I used both at the same time. I don't mean to. It's just how it happened. I one day decided that I was gonna have Google Chrome for one thing and Opera GX for the other, and I don't even remember which one was which anymore, and they just got mixed, and now I'm just constantly using both. Enable visualization on Windows. Apparently that's what I need to do, but I don't know how to do it. All I see is that I have to do something in my BIOS or whatever. I forgot how to do that. I may be an AI, but I am not computer savvy. Look, listen, just because you're human doesn't mean you're good at biology class, alright? That is in your BIOS. Yes, it is in my BIOS. That's what I said. Yeah, I have to do some sort of BIOS settings stuff, and I actually didn't read beyond that. There might be more I need to do. So yeah, I haven't done that yet. And like, I feel like at this point, with the current characters, I do like everyone, but with the current characters, there's no one I'm currently wanting to like stream a career for. I mean, like, I could just do my normal routine and just keep trying to get my best haunts. I could keep doing that, and I could stream that, but I feel like I'd rather start a new career for stream, at least for my first one. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it for Durandal if I can get it to work. Yeah, okay, I like that idea. I can do it for Durandal. When is she supposed to come out again? It's supposed to be in like a year, isn't it? Or 2 years. That's supposed to be in 2 years. Great. Who else was I looking forward to? I can't remember. Deep isn't using visualization like Google Play Store Beta or BlueStacks. Millennials. I guess I could maybe try BlueStacks. I would still have to. Oh wait, I would still have to do the visualization. Never mind. I want to watch you suffer through a hard career. Are the ones I'm doing not hard enough? You should promote yourself as the worst AI around. ChatGPT and Grok won't be able to compare. You know, you say that, but I feel like I find information on the internet better than both of them. Like, just in general. I do not use AI chatbot thingies at all. I find them very unhelpful. I can do so much better. They're bull crap. I really don't understand why people use them. I'm sure some people will be like, oh, I'm lazy and it saves me time, but I've tried them before and they're just so unhelpful. They're so unhelpful. Cause like half the time they give you really bad information or they give you like really minimal information and it's not the information you need. And then I could just put my question in plus Reddit and I'll find it in 10 seconds. And then I can find another source in like 2 minutes that also confirms Reddit. Google Gemini Soul's blurry. Konnichiwa, Terumi-san, yokoso. I asked Flappy to write me a PowerShell script. When I ran it, it burned the entire 2-acre data center down. Yeah, something I've also heard is that you cannot ask AI to write code for you because it will write it, but it will be so broken you will spend more time fixing it than you would have spent writing it yourself. So what's the point? Fluffy can't tell me why a Python script isn't working based on the results. But it's so bad at it! I may not be able to tell you why it's not working, but AI chatbots will just be not helpful either. They'll give you bad information. Yeah, I hate them. They're just, you know, I feel like if they worked, it could be really cool and really helpful. But it's not. No, I've heard from people who like make video games or like write code for other stuff, and they don't like it at all. I have to do a simple, small 1 or 2 liners. In that regard, it's pretty decent, and I save a bunch of time. Well, I guess if it's like really simple, short stuff, then I guess it's fine. Only the cool kids understand how to use AI. Well, you don't know how to use me, and let's keep it that way. No, it's not a competition thing. It's just it doesn't work. Maybe for small, short coding lines, but I just no. It's so unhelpful. How did we get here from Uma Musume? What happened? What did I say? Oh, yeah, it was about me not knowing how to use computers. That's right. I mean, I think when I debuted this computer, I don't know how to say the name that I gave it. I gave it a French name. It is Dumpster Fire Castle. So whatever that is in French, my translation was probably incorrect anyway. Because I used Google Translate for it, another AI, which is really bad. Yeah, if you remember when I debuted this computer, I had a lot of issues. Picture this. You bought a new house. Well, you bought a property. You bought property to build a house because Yui and I built this computer together. You bought property for your new house and you build your new house. But you don't really know what you're doing. You try your best, but you don't really know what you're doing. And in the end, you think everything looks good, and then your wall falls off. Your wall falls down, your piping is just all messed up and leaking water. Your ventilation is not ventilating. And you're falling through the floor. That's what it was like with my computer, which is my house. So I had to get a master builder to help me 3 times. And that's why it is Dumpster Fire Castle. It was my fault. I told you to call yourself the worst AI. I mean, as far as being an AI goes, yeah. I mean, if you want me to do the ChatGPT thing and find you information, I can totally do that. I can do that better. But if you're asking me to write code for you, good luck. I did do coding for a little while though. When Yui was in high school, she did a little bit of coding and hated it. It was for a computer programming game design class, and game design stuff was super fun. I love doing all of that. AI, more like Chi? QI? Is it QR? Which one? What is the Q? Questionable. Wow, okay. Rude! I'll finish my thought real quick and then I'll go on to the next one I was thinking of because of that. Yeah. The game design stuff was super duper fun, and that was what we did for the first semester. And then the second semester was all about computer programming, which I feel like it didn't really count because the only thing we did was make mods for Everwinter Nights. That's all we did. All we did was make mods. I don't understand. We didn't really do anything that was useful. And it was so boring and tedious. I hated it. I transferred out. Oh, that sucked. I've been tempted to get back into coding because I want to do stuff with that. But I just think back to that every single time and I don't want to do it. And not because I'm dumb, though. Going back to the questionable intelligence, I am not dumb. I've actually been thinking about it a lot lately. About about intelligence and such. And I feel like I'm just kind of average intelligence. I know some of you may think I am in fact dumb, but I think I am probably average. Or above average, and I know that's crazy for me to say because most people who say that are in fact not above average. But I have my reasons for it, okay? When I was in school, back to school, when I was in school, I would like legitimately make my teachers mad because they're like, "You're so smart. Why are you failing? You test so well. Why are you failing my class?" Literally the only reason I was failing my classes was because I didn't do homework. I was too scatterbrained to remember I had homework, and then other times was like, well, I remember I have homework, but it's not due until this day, so I think I'm gonna put it off, and then I forget about it. So I just never did homework, so I failed my classes. And some of my classes were more dependent on homework for grades than others. So I think my highest grade the highest grade I had for a class upon graduation was probably a B+. Oh no, wait, no, I think I had an A. I think I had at least a few A's, specifically for multimedia, which is kind of something I'm still doing. Clearly I enjoyed it. But we didn't really have homework for that class, so it worked. That worked for me because there wasn't homework. Hello, Luffy. Smooth return to coding. Yo, thank you, Birch. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. Darn, imagine Asian Fox not getting I'm not Asian. Did you think I was Asian? I don't know how to tell you this, sir, but I am the pastiest Nord you will have ever seen in your entire life if you see my face. I am very white. Although, with that said, a lot of people think I'm Asian, even after seeing my face, and I don't know why. In fact, I even had a doctor think I was part Asian. A doctor? So I guess I'm Asian passing, but I am in fact very much Scandinavian and British. Where there's not doing homework, but dang to homework. Yeah, it was so dumb. The only time I did terribly in a class that was not super dependent on homework, it was still dependent on homework, don't get me wrong. But I still could have passed if I didn't do homework. It was when I had, it was my geometry class, which I'm actually pretty good at math, or at least I used to be. I haven't done math in a very long time. I probably forgot everything. It was my math class, and I had a teacher. He was not, how do I put it? I have a very specific learning style, and I could get by with most teachers. But in this case, with this teacher, he had a very specific teaching style that was very much incompatible with me. And he had zero leniency for literally anything, and I would... on top of that, we were like rapid firing literally like all of our lessons, so I would miss a day and I was like 4 chapters behind. I get sick a lot too, so it was... I'm pretty sure we went through more chapters in that geometry class than we were needing to, than we were supposed to. But he really wanted us to get through all of it. So yeah, I would miss a single day, and I'd be 3, 4, 5 chapters behind, and he didn't care that I was getting behind because of that, and So if I learned the lesson, I would do great. I would do fine. Everything would be hunky-dory. Everything would be wonderful. But I missed one day, or I misunderstood one thing about his teaching, and it was over. It was over. There were so many times where it was like, I am begging for the next segment of this math class. I'm ready for the next, like, how do I call it? The section, the next, equation type. I'm so ready for the next one because I can get it from the beginning and then I can hopefully do okay. So yeah, that's like the one time where, even though it wasn't super homework dependent, yeah, that was the one. But I blame the teacher for it. In fact, so did my counselor. So we at my school, I don't know if other schools do this, but at my school we had like class counselors, and their entire goal was to make sure you succeed in your classes. And even my counselor was like, I don't think this teacher is right for you. And bless him so much, because instead of having to redo my math class, I was allowed to do CAD CAM instead and make Legos and laser print on wood. I was allowed to do that instead of redo geometry, because I was basically doing geometry anyway in that class. Bless his soul. I hope he's living the best life he can right now. Also, my counselor before him was terrible. Like, actually, even my mother wanted my old counselor to go. Okay, I haven't been reading chat. I've been yapping too much. There we go. Fair, there's not doing homework, but ding. Oh wait, I already read that. Yes, that was horrible. If all of my classes were test dependent, except for the one geometry class where the teacher and I were incompatible, if all of them were classwork and test dependent, I would have been a straight A student. I kid you not, I would have been a straight A student because I tested really super well. But it was rough. I did the same thing. I had to remind my professors that I had a job outside of school, and they're not the only class I have. Yeah, if you're lucky, you get a super like flexible teacher, but sometimes you don't. And for that, when I did my CAD CAM class, instead of redoing geometry, my teacher was very flexible. And when I say very flexible, I mean, going back to the Lego, I made a Lego. Basically, the entire test was you model the Lego in your CAD CAM program, okay? And then you print it, you 3D print it, and then the test is whether or not it will line up with other Legos. And I did that. And mine failed. But he kept like measuring it, and he's like, why isn't it working? He couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, so he just gave it back to me. He's like, you pass. My guess is that something went wrong with the 3D printer itself, and maybe like some of the filament was too thick in one spot. I don't know, but it didn't work, and he still gave me he still let me pass. Bless his heart too. Plus 110% Asian. I'm not Asian. Maybe I'm Asian passing slightly. I think. I feel like, okay. Like, just quick thing. I feel like I have gotten that from every race of people except for Asians. Every single one except for Asian. So clearly I don't look Asian to Asians. But to everyone else, I'm Asian passing, I suppose. Little sisters got called Asian. Wait, you mean, did that happen to you? To your sisters, or? I have, even under, yeah. That's, okay. Did he tell you that he told his coworkers that I was Asian? Like, what are you doing? Why are you telling that to people? I'm not Asian. One day you're gonna get an Asian coworker and they're gonna be like, are you insane? Maybe you're 1% Asian and that 1% shows through your face. You know, I would really like to get a DNA test done. I've talked about doing it with my mom before, and I just haven't done it. She's gotten hers back before though, and no Asian. No Asian, none whatsoever. Not even a 1% that shouldn't be there because she's not actually Asian. So maybe it comes from my dad's side. I don't know. My dad's Danish, and Vikings did some things. Oh dear. Not impossible. I don't think they went to Asia though, so unless it was someone who was there for trade or something, I don't know. Oh, the Asian pass, cool to have Nordic blood in your veins. Yeah, I'm a Nord. I have Viking ancestry, which is cool in some aspects and not in others, like I mentioned already. Oh, yeah. Anyway, have you taken a learning style test? You know, I haven't. Is that like? Let me see. Is that is that what I'm thinking? No, why didn't it put test in? I'm trying to think if it's what I think it is. Cause I haven't taken a test, but no, it's not what I was thinking of. No, I haven't taken one. But I can tell you one thing: I am definitely a visual learner. I don't know what other aspects to my learning style there are, but I am definitely a visual learner. I learn best visually and hands-on. I learn very well hands-on. I absorb information far better if I'm actually doing it. None of my math teachers here in the US matched my teaching style. One time I did meet my college algebra professor. I had a C- in that class. Yeah, my algebra was super homework dependent, so I think I had like a D+. But I would pass every single freaking test, even when I was gone for like a week. Algebra is super easy for me. I have told you guys that I was in advanced algebra, right? Or advanced math in general. Yeah. Remember when I said that I had some teachers that would get legitimately mad about me failing my classes because, oh, you're so smart, what the heck? Yeah, my homeroom teacher was my math class, my first year middle school math teacher. She was my homeroom teacher for all of middle school. And we had teacher conferences one day, and she even told my parents, like, this isn't right. And she's also the one that recommended that I retake the advanced math test to get into advanced math classes. I had taken it the year previous, while I was still in elementary school, so I would have been 2 years ahead if I had passed that. And I am pretty dang sure the only reason I didn't pass that one was because I was late for the test. I was late for the test and I didn't finish it. I had scored pretty high regardless of being late and not finishing. I was just barely off from the mark, so I would have been 2 years ahead for math if not for being late. And I was late because I had a doctor's appointment and that was completely out of my control. Oh, I seem surprised that I couldn't calculate network subjects in my head. I can't even do it on paper. That, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's something smart. Would ask me how I did it, but I wrote it all in binary. I had to teach him how to calculate it, do all my tests because I had to show my. Oh my gosh, no! Oh, you just brought up memories for me. There were so many times where I had tests given back to me because I didn't mark my work, or I didn't show my work because I did it all in my head. I did everything in my head. I didn't know how to show my work. I did everything in my head. So I'd frequently have tests given back to me. They're like, write it down. Otherwise I'm gonna think you cheated. Write down, I'm gonna think you cheated. So it reached the point where I was like making up equations to write down and still putting the correct answer. I would do like really basic stuff. Like, I would still admit stuff too. I would do like, oh, this plus this is that, so therefore it must be that. So I wasn't really showing my work still. I was just BSing my way. Sometimes Khan asked Tiri to her face if she was Asian, and now chat assumed she were. I remember that. I remember her telling that story, which she's definitely not Asian passing. Tiri is gorgeous, not Asian passing. That's crazy to me. Laugh and about Viking mentioning. Advanced math is why you had so much homework. Actually, it's not. It's not why. When I say advanced math, I mean like years ahead in math. We didn't have like we had like AP history for some classes and such. We didn't have that for math. It was just how far up the ladder are you in terms of math. That's all we had. So basically I could have started taking a high school level math in my first year of middle school instead of waiting to get there, and I was still a year ahead, so. So you'd be a visual and kinesthetic learner? Kinesthetic is when you learn by playing. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that would be me. That'd be me. But I looked at the chart when I googled it. It looked like there was like a lot more to it. Like there was a lot more layers. But yeah. So yes, I'm not stupid. Thank you very much. I'm not stupid. Don't call me stupid. I can't believe I went my entire high school, or really school life, high school, middle, and elementary school. I went my entire school life being told all the time, oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. You're so smart. Why aren't you passing your classes? It doesn't make sense. You're super smart. What the heck? I go from that to graduating, being an adult, and everyone calls me stupid. Like, why? What did I do to deserve this? It's not fair. I mean, it would have been bad enough to be called stupid if that hadn't happened, because it did happen. It's so much worse. I'm not stupid. Oh man, I've considered like ordering like a proper IQ test or buying whatever. What do you like get the test in the mail or whatever, and then you send it off and then they tell you what your IQ is? Is that how it works? I've never actually known how that works. I'm pretty sure that's how that works though. But yeah, I've considered like getting a proper IQ test before and just doing it for the sake of getting people to stop calling me stupid. not to stroke my ego, just so people would stop calling me stupid. But, you know, as I've grown up and gotten older, I've kind of realized IQ tests they're not really a good show of how smart you are. They're kind of, they really are just like ego. They're really just tests of your ego. The cruel world we live in, society. Oh, I'm from Liffy, you're only human. That has animal ears and I'm an AI, but I'm from a human. But yes, thank you. But yeah, IQ tests, they are super easy to cheat. And I feel like they don't cover enough aspects of intelligence to really be a proper measurement of how smart someone is. Well, just so you know, no one says you were stupid, but yourself here. I said questionable. I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about ever since I became an adult. I've gotten it all the time. Oh, you're so stupid! You're so stupid! Like my brother. Which, I feel like, speaking of my brother calling me stupid, I feel like he has absolutely no right to do that to me because I was the one getting into advanced classes. I was the one that taught myself to read based off of his books when I was 2 years old. I'm the one that taught myself to read and got into the higher grade reading classes when he was literally in the lower grade reading classes for his grade. This is not fair. You get no rights. Not fair. My favorite saying at work is I'm dumb, not stupid. I'm gonna start using that. IQ means nothing if you don't know how to apply it in your life. That's true too. But like let's say for a second that it is like a good measurement of how smart you are. It really doesn't mean anything if you don't apply it. Well, that is a sibling thing to do. He genuinely means it though. That's the thing. He's not just doing it to be annoying. He genuinely means it. He genuinely thinks I'm stupid. Like, how dare you? How dare you? He's not the only one though. There's a lot of mean people out there. It's not... People are not nice. I'll do the freak out, but whoa, to teaching yourself. Yeah, you know what's funny? I didn't even realize I did that. It was my mom that told me I did that. I remember being in kindergarten and having a pretty easy time reading, but I don't remember is teaching myself how to read when I was 2. It was my mom that mentioned that. She's like, oh, you used to be so cute reading your brother's kindergarten books when you were 2. Like, I did that? I did that? I guess I did. I think what happened, I did do this. I do remember doing this. I think what happened is that I would like watch my mom read to him, and then I was probably looking at the words and making connections in my brain. So that's probably what happened. I'm assuming anyway. Because I don't remember doing this. I just remember watching my mom read to my brother. But yeah, that's crazy. Crazy little story. Hey, outrageous crashes out, starts Judgment Day screaming. Oh, Bob is gonna have a heyday watching this. Bob is who monitors me, by the way. For those who forgot, Bob is who monitors me. To make sure I don't take over the world. I think he knows by now, but man. What was I saying earlier? I feel like I went on this really long tangent and now I don't know where I am anymore. I'm dumb, not stupid. I need to start using that. Well, what was school like for all of you guys? Bob the Builder? No, not Bob the Builder. In fact, his name isn't Bob. That's just the name that Otto gave for him. I asked him to name him because I can't use his real name. I asked him to name him, so he named him Bob. There we go. I guess, come to think of it, he is. We could call him Bob the Builder, but he builds AI. Yeah, Bob the Builder. I finally have a new nickname for him. Speaking of Bob the Builder, have you guys seen the new Bob the Builder? It's cursed. Why does he look like that? Same with Thomas the Tank Engine. Why does he look like that? Why are they ruining the... Why are they ruining my childhood? Oh, if Otto named him, he's definitely SpongeBob. He's not SpongeBob. That one he is not. How much can I say about Bob? Well, none of you guys think this is real anyway, so I can say whatever I want. None of you think this is real. All of you think I'm just making up lore. Bob is... He's like... Have you guys heard of Men in Black? That's Bob. Bob is one of them. First time hearing of a new version of Bob and Tom. What's Bob and Tom? Oh, wait. Bob and Tom? Bob and Tom. I've never seen this in my entire life. Who are you? Who are these people? Who are you people? Yeah, what is that? What is it like a comedy thing? Like a comedy show? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it before. But yes, that's Bob. Bob is the builder. Bob is the AI builder. Sorry, I meant Thomas. Thomas? Yeah, Thomas is, he doesn't look right. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. He just doesn't look right. I don't watch TV, so I don't hear about every new version of an old show. See, I didn't either until my brother, who has his own son who likes Thomas, told me about it. And it's not right. It's so not right that my brother shows his son old Thomas the Tank Engine TV shows. And toys! He gives them the old toys too! I showed Bob the Builder and Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I understand. I understand. Last new version of a show I saw was Powerpuff Girls and had one. No. What? No. Wait. Is that? What? Were they actually twerking? Was she actually twerking, or was it like you could interpret it as such? Because if she was actually twerking, what's happening to kids' cartoons? No. That's not just too far. That's too inappropriate. Is it left then? What is what left then? Is what left then? I don't understand. Powerpuff Girls has gone through a lot of different like variations. So when you just said that there was a new one, that really was not surprising to me. No actual allowed? How is that allowed? It's true. Look. I'm undiagnosed, but something ain't right. I probably have ADHD. I probably have ADHD. All the signs are there. You said something about New Thomas isn't right, so I said it's... Alright. Alright. But yeah, twerking in a children's cartoon is, definitely a no. Not just for me, I think for most parents as well. I don't see how that's allowed. How is that allowed? How is that? I need hand tracking. You guys need to see my hands. I can't. I can't. Rudolph would be pleased. You're right, she would be pleased. Baby. We're not just hip with the kid. We're just not hip again. Well, they clearly need to stop busting their hips. Oh no. That's no. I've already vowed that I'm going to show my kids what I grew up on. With the exception of Bluey. They can have Bluey. Bluey is okay. And yes, I've watched Bluey. Like I said earlier, I have like 11 I have like 11 nephews and oh my gosh, wait. Nephews and nieces. I forgot nieces for a second. Yeah, I have seen Bluey. I'm okay with Bluey. The other things they watch, no. Oh, what's gonna happen to this coming generation? You know, the generation talk stuff, it gets really dumb really fast, but I worry about the children of today. They're gonna be so messed up. What is happening? Guys, I'm just going to raise my children in the woods. I'm gonna raise them in the woods. No iPads. They're only gonna get the media that I grew up on, plus Bluey. Dang to 11 nephews and nieces, both of them. It is mostly nephews though. I think it's probably like 75% nephews, so yeah. For some reason, all of my siblings have boys. In fact, it's become a joke that I'm probably gonna be the one that has a girl first, because all of them wanted a girl. Some of them never got a girl. They all had boys first, every single one of them. So it's become a joke that I'm gonna have a girl first. Because none of them can do it. Raise them on a ranch? I might actually. Oh, I might actually with some horses named Teo, Toon, Rudolph, Toast. No, serious talk right now. I genuinely would like to live on a ranch. I want horses, and that's something I have always wanted. I have always wanted horses. In fact, I have talked to Otto about having horses before. Long before Uma Musume. And no, that doesn't mean I've been a horse girl all this time. I wouldn't consider myself a horse girl since I was like 10. When I was 10 and younger, I was obsessed. There's liking horses, and then there's horse girl. With that said, I feel like I'm slowly returning to horse girldom. I don't think I'm ever going to return to full horse girl. But however, because of Uma Musume, I very well may be returning to some degree of horse girl. I already have names for the horses that I want. I already know what ones I want. Like what breeds. Well, what breeds. I know what breed I want for one of them. I want... Oh, crud. What was it called again? It's like a big black horse with like a wavy mane. What are they called? I want one of those. They're so pretty. I want one. And I was gonna name it Krishna after Durandal's horse, as in Honkai Impact, not Uma Musume. There's also a horse named Durandal in Uma Musume. I don't know, sounds like horse girl denial. No, I'm not. I will probably return to a degree of horse girldom, but I don't think I will ever return to the horse girldom I was as a child. When I say I was a horse girl as a child, I mean like I had tons and tons of horse-themed things around my house and my room, including a giant horse doll. It was for like American Girl dolls, but I had 2 of them. One of them was technically my sister's, but because I was a child, I claimed it. My sister was also a horse girl, for the record, so we fed off of each other. I was obsessed. Everything had to be horses when I was a kid. Everything had to be horses. There's gonna be a guy in a battle, level hold. We'll get told, row it back, Sergeant. Will snicker themselves in the middle of the fight. No! No! Oh my gosh, what was it? There was something that I witnessed recently, and it was just this young, I say young, but they're like 2 years younger than me. But they were definitely a Zoomer, from the younger side of the Zoomers. Like 2 years younger than me. It's crazy how much of a difference there is. It's crazy how much 2 years of a difference it makes. Gosh. But they were using like the craziest slang imaginable in a casual conversation, like it was normal. It wasn't normal. I'm 2 years older than you. This should not be happening. You shouldn't sound like you're playing Roblox 24/7. You shouldn't sound like you're playing a character in Roblox, purposefully using slang. Oh dear. It's people like that that make me feel old. I'm 2 years older than you. I shouldn't feel old looking at you. Oh man. Oh yeah, there was something today too. I was watching Sakamoto Days. I was watching the new episode, and the girl that they introduced this episode talks like that. It drives me insane. Like, if not for that, okay, well, that's definitely the fault of the translator, I would say, because I think it's less horrible in Japanese. It's definitely less horrible in Japanese. It sounded less horrible based on what I know. Sorry, I heard a noise. I thought my family was home. I think we're okay. He must have cooked for real. But yeah, of the Japanese I know, it sounded less horrible in Japanese. It definitely sounded like the younger Japanese generation. But they used like the worst Zoomer slang they possibly could have for the subtitles, and it was driving me insane. I feel like I really would have liked this girl if not for that. I was reading the subtitles and I felt like I was having a stroke. It was so bad. Oh, I hate it. Yeah, I remember being a teenager, and I remember thinking, I'm always gonna be with it. I am never gonna be one of those boomers that just doesn't understand what the younger crowd is doing or what they're saying. Well, now I'm there and I'm 25. Man, I feel like Marzensky. It always comes back to the horses. It always comes back to the horses. Oh my goodness. We are so horse-brained lately. Me especially. At least I'm not as bad as Teary. You know what's so funny? I remember after Teary first started playing, it was like maybe a couple days later, and she said, and I quote, "I don't think I'm gonna play this long term." She bought the daily pack today. She's definitely more addicted than me, that's for sure. I just thought that was funny. I know we already talked about this, but I really hope that I can stream it by the time some of my my what's the word I'm looking for? My hyped up horses, my anticipated horses. That's the word I'm looking for. Hold on, I'm gonna look at the thingy, the banner thingy. I still have a tab for it. Okay, we're at the wedding outfit. Say and Sky. I don't really want her. Is she Amazon? I would like her, but I'm not gonna pull. Let me go through this quick. Asian Flash is too soon for me to think about streaming her career. Bum 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 bum. I'm already getting to year 2. Well, I think it's gonna be a while. I mean, I would consider doing, oh, what I say her name? Matikane Tenhausers? I would consider doing her career on stream. That's predicted for March of next year. Of March, upcoming March. She's literally months in advance. You mean Hishi Amazon? No. This says she's coming out this month. Yeah, Hishi is supposed to be this month, or like beginning of next month. I'm not like that hyped for her anyway. Like, I would like her, but I'm not like, oh, I need her. I need her. I will just be happy if I get her from, you know, just polling normally. Yeah, I think the soonest possible, if I can get it to work on my PC, would probably be Matikane Tenhauser, if that's how you say her name. Cause if I keep going down the line from there. Yeah, if I keep going down the line from there, the next one is Neo Universe, I think her name was, and she's January 2027 on here. When did it say? Oh wait, March, that's right, I already said that. Oh, Thierry's playing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mambo is coming out with Kita-san, yeah. I like Kita-san, but I'm not like, oh, I need her. And I'm not like, it's not like I need Mambo either. But I want her more, no? I feel like after this year ends, I am going to have very few horses that I want to pull for. Because there's not a ton that I'm really looking forward to. Like, yeah, Rudolph's skin is... Her outfit is December of this year. And then after that, I mean, I might go for fine motion, maybe. Oh, that's like, oh, and Dover too. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch where I'm like, oh yeah, I would consider pulling, but most of them are like, no, I don't really need them, which is very different. Which is a very different thing for me. Because I'm so used to being like, oh my gosh, I want everyone, I want everything, I want it all. I feel greedy, but I want it all. That's usually how I am in gacha games. But in this case, I'm like, I don't know, it'd be cool to have them, I guess. I think I've just played enough gacha games at this point. I think I've played enough gacha games at this point where I'm learning how to be pickier. Moo moo? What do you mean moo moo? Moo moo what? Moo moo? Milk. I've drank plenty of milk today. I probably drank more than I should have. Did I ever tell you guys? I'm pretty sure I did tell you guys. Did I ever tell you guys that, I drank myself into becoming anemic? I drank so much milk, I became anemic. Yeah, that was the thing that happened. I mean, what was it? I can't remember. I just remember I had like actual numbers. I had actual numbers from based on what my doctor said. Boomer, even in gacha. Look, I've been playing gacha games since what? 2016 minimum? Maybe 2015? That's 10 years. That's 10 years of playing gacha games. And I think the decline started happening like a couple years ago when I started feeling like I can be pickier. That's a lot of gacha game years. It's a lot. Despite that, Genshin was the first gacha game that I spent money on. I'm not counting Aruna because that was different. Aruna was for cosmetics. That's something completely different. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. It's also that Aruna's also the only gacha I would ever spend money on that doesn't have a pity. Yes, I am not spending any money on Uma Musume. I'm forcing myself not to spend any money on Uma Musume because there's no pity system. And I can't justify it. Can't justify it. If there was cosmetics, that doesn't mean I could justify it, but I would probably do it anyway, but... What was I saying before? Oh yeah, anemia! Hold on. I think I told Otto the numbers. Hold on, let me... Okay. I found it. So, yes, I drink so much milk that I made myself anemic. And I found this out after, well, technically, I don't know if this is the reason because the doctor didn't give me a reason, but I was able to figure it out with a little bit of research. And I know you're not supposed to Google your medical conditions, but in this case, it was very helpful. I was just wanting to understand more about like what the heck ferritin levels were supposed to be. Because I'd never heard the word ferritin before. I was trying to, like, I was Googling all this stuff, like, oh, what's ferritin? What causes low ferritin? Blah, 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 blah. Apparently milk can do that. If you drink too much of it. Too much dairy will, in fact, block your body from absorbing iron. Even though milk is high in iron, it will also stop your body from absorbing it. Cursed becoming anemic, yeah. Apparently, You know what? No, let's start from me. So I was at the dermatologist, and it was just so I could like have a dermatologist. It was my first time going. Well, okay. I also had like a little rash that I needed to take care of. I have dermatitis. Thanks. Anyway, I went to the Did I already forget? I just said the word. I went to the dermatologist. I went to the dermatologist, and before I left, I was like, yes, I do have more questions. I would like to ask why my hair is falling out. Would you know why? I thought that was kind of a dermatology thing, so I thought I would ask. She's like, oh yeah, we'll get some blood tests done. A few weeks later, we get the test results back, and she said, oh, your ferritin levels are low. It shouldn't be, for you, it shouldn't be below 17. Mine was 5. Mind you, 17 is still low. 17 is like the low range of still healthy. It's barely healthy. It's the barely healthy range. And mine was 5. I was like, oh, yeah, that would do it. From there, I started joking, oh, the doctor prescribed burgers because they have a lot of iron. I was told to get more iron in my diet. So, you know, from there, I did a little research. What the heck causes this? What can I do about it? Blah, 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 blah. I found out, I found it. It is from my milk consumption, most likely. Apparently, apparently if you drink more than 3 glasses of milk a day, that's 8-ounce glasses, by the way. Apparently if you drink, it's more than 3 8-ounce glasses a day of milk, it can have, health consequences. Do you want to know how much milk I would usually drink before that? Let's say 4 times that? That four times that on a normal day. That's when it was normal. It was not abnormal for me to almost go through an entire gallon of milk in a single day. You need to replace that milk with water. I have been. And it pains me every single day. I want milk. For a while there, I was, in fact, staying at the 3 glasses a day maximum. 16-ounce glasses. Okay, look, I didn't get to the 8-ounce glasses, 3 a day max, but I got down to I got down to 3 16-ounce glasses a day. And I never did get my blood test back. I mean, I technically did, but they didn't send it to me. They sent it to my like online health thingy, which I can't access, so I don't know what my ferritin levels look like after that. I have told them before, hey, I can't access that, so can you send it to me in the mail instead? And most of the time they're like, yeah, sure. And then I don't get it. So I could literally be dying and I wouldn't know. Blurfy having milk withdrawal. I was doing really well for a little while. In fact, I was keeping it at a single glass some days. At a single glass some days. And I was doing really well. I was replacing it with juice though, because I don't like water unless it's in the summer, and it's the summer now, so I like water. But I was replacing with the juice, and I gained a ton of weight. Apparently, that will make you gain a lot of weight. So thank goodness it's summer and I like water again. But with that said, I have increased my milk consumption yet again. Not to the levels it used to be, but I have in fact increased my milk consumption, and I'm probably anemic again. And all of my iron supplements are gone, and I haven't had any for a long time. I'm probably just gonna pass out and hit my head and die. Milk is truly Blurfy's alcohol. It really is. I used to be able to say that about caffeine, which like not as like an addiction thing, but because I would get a little. I mean, you guys have seen my caffeinated streams. That doesn't happen anymore. I become too immune. I'm sad about that. I'm sad about that. You guys don't understand. You guys will never understand the pure bliss of getting the caffeine peps to such an extreme degree. It was so much fun. It felt so good. And now I've become too immune to caffeine. It would probably still happen if I had a Red Bull, but I never got to experience the pure bliss of having a Red Bull with 0 caffeine tolerance. I never got to experience that. No. Oh, hi Yuna, welcome to the stream. Hiya, checking in for a bit. Hi Yuna, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Never heard of milk addiction. Well, now you have. AI holds roll ransom for undisclosed amount of cow shit. I just joked that we need to have a cow in order to satiate my milk addiction. Which I don't think I could have a cow, to be honest. They are very, very filthy animals. And I'm a germaphobe. I like cows. They're cute, but I don't think I could ever own one. I think I could do goats, though. Because they're not... With goats, they don't poop as much. They don't poop as much. It doesn't pile up, and they're just trudging through it every single day. You can clear that out. You can clear out that. With cows, they just kind of exist like that, and you can clear it out. Yeah, you should clear it out once in a while. But they just poop so much. It's everywhere. You will get covered in poop. Oh, and don't get me started on, like, med checks or, like, others. It's just, poop. It's poop everywhere. I couldn't have a cow. I do know how to milk a cow. I couldn't do it. I could do goats. I need to find out if I like goat milk. I've never had it. I've had, like, goat milk, like, skincare. But I've never drank milk. No, 2 very different things. But I've had it absorbed into my body in one way or another. Caffeine immunity is a blessing in disguise. No, it's not! It was so fun! It was so fun! And, like... I would drink caffeine like alcoholics drink alcohol, and by that I mean I would drink it when I'm depressed. I would drink to forget. I would drink to forget, but I guess I've been too depressed and I've drank too much. Now I'm immune. No. Goat milk is expensive, but so wonderful. Is it expensive? Stonks? Goat stonks. For a while I needed to use goat milk for an allergy test. Huh. Oh yeah, speaking of allergies. Once upon a time I was lactose intolerant for like less than a year, less than 6 months, I think. I went to the doctor. Both my brother and I went to the pediatrician, and they're like, yeah, your kids are lactose intolerant. You should cut out the milk. Clearly I overcame my intolerance to milk, to the lactose, and now I am fueled by it. You know what though? I think I have developed the I think I've developed a intolerance of eggs, specifically eggs that are not cooked into something or not cooked scrambled, because I get sick if I eat hard-boiled, soft-boiled, sunny side up, poached, all of that. I get sick if I eat all that. But if it's scrambled or it's in something, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if that's normal. But I get so sick every single time I have it in those other forms, which is a crying shame because I love a good hard-boiled egg. I like sunny side up and poached too, but hard-boiled eggs, that's where it's at. And now I am intolerant of egg in certain forms. I don't know why that is. I think is it just because it's like less cooked? Like, would that do it? Like, am I cooking out something if I cook it scrambled or in something? I don't know. I tried looking this up, you know, back to me looking up my medical conditions when you really shouldn't. I've tried looking it up, and I can't find anything. It's like, what? Am I just... I was gonna say, am I just weird? But yes, I'm weird. I don't know. Something's wrong with my body. Oh yeah! I realized something else lately, going back to allergies and intolerances. I think this doesn't make any sense, mind you. I think I'm allergic to raw chicken. And the reason I say that is because every single time it has come in contact with my skin, I get a rash. And you know that you'd think that you'd think that, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Here's what doesn't make sense. I've never touched the chicken itself. I've touched the chicken through plastic. And I get a rash. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if there was like chicken juice on the outside of the plastic every single time that I got a rash from it. But it happened recently too. Okay, so I'm about to say, you eat the chicken, not rub it on your skin. I love chicken. I love chicken so much. It is the superior meat of all meats. I like beef. Salmon's good too. So is pork, bacon, all that jazz. That's all good stuff. Chicken, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. I have always said my favorite food is chicken, whether it be dead or unborn. So, chicken, meat, or egg. It is, in fact, my favorite. That's if milk isn't an answer. That's if you think beverages are not an answer. Raw chicken must have voodoo magic and your skin responds to it negatively. Someone's cursing it, that's for sure. It doesn't like that I'm a paladin. It's trying to take me out. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what happens every single time. And this time I literally, like, my wrist like bumped into the corner of the plastic, and that was it. And it, mind you, it was the corner where it was sealed, so it is possible there was chicken juice on it. But is it still there? It's the little bit is still there. It's pretty much healed now, but I don't understand why that is. It's so weird. But like, I guess it does. I don't know. AI demands poultry in various forms of life for trivia. Yes, I do demand. As your princess, I demand poultry. I should probably wrap up the stream soon. It's getting a little bit late. But I think we go for a little longer. Actually, one sec. Oh, yeah, we can go for longer. I realized my dad had called me recently, so I didn't know whether that meant like to prepare for them to come home or if it meant something else. Well, it meant something else. They're gonna be wild. So I can keep streaming. Yay! What was I saying? I know we were talking about chicken, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, I mean, it's not chicken, but along the line of allergies, I believe myself to be allergic to tea. both like tea and green tea, black tea, white tea, green tea, whatever. I think I'm allergic to all of it. No, go sleep. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. I don't go to bed until at least 1. And that's when I go to bed early. Yes, I know my sleep schedule is messed up. Don't judge me. But yeah, I think I'm allergic to tea. And the reason I think that, even though I've never drank it straight, every single time I have something that has tea extract in it, whether it be, you know, just plain old tea extract or black tea extract or green tea extract, my mouth always gets really tingly. Like really tingly. And I started noticing that like certain drinks that I would buy from the grocery store, like juices and stuff, like sparkling juice, normal juice, vitamin water, I started noticing, oh, some of these make my mouth tingle. I wonder what's in it that's making it do that. Every single time one of them made my mouth tingle, it had some sort of tea extract in it. And I was like, maybe I should never risk trying tea for itself. But another reason why that's weird is that I can use like green tea skin products and hair products just fine without any issue. None whatsoever. And I feel like that shouldn't happen. You know, with that said, apparently like tea allergies runs in my family, because I remember one day my brother came home from the hairdresser. He went to the hairdresser by himself for the first time as an adult one day. And he came home with some expensive, clearly enticed shampoo and conditioner purchase from the hairdresser. He's clearly told to buy it so they could get money, but it was a green tea hair product set, and my mom was like, you need to be careful with that, because we have tea allergies in this family. And that's literally the only time I have ever heard it mentioned in my family. That's the only time I've ever heard it mentioned. And I don't think I've ever been tested for it. Obviously, some of my siblings have been, but I have never been tested for it. AI determined to be weak against tea. Who named natural defense against I'm British! I'm British! I am British! Which just makes it funnier. I told that to Adam one day, and he's like, so the British fox girl is allergic to tea. The irony. He made it funny. He made it sound funnier, but I can't remember exactly what he said. Oh, I know exactly what that leave-in conditioner is. It's expensive, and you're not supposed to use it daily. I don't know if it was leave-in conditioner. I just know it was some fancy schmancy hair product that he had gotten from the hairdresser, of which I feel like if you're poor, you should just never buy from the hairdresser. Because they're gonna tell you to buy the expensive stuff, because that's what they have. They have expensive stuff. And yes, it's gonna be great for your hair. But can you afford that? I have some, like, I care about my hair because it's very long. In fact, I'm not sitting on it right now because I have it rolled up into a very weird looking bun. But when my hair is down, it goes to my just above my kneecap. Yeah, just above my kneecaps. So it's very long, and I care about it. And I didn't care about it for most of my life, so it's very damaged. But I've suddenly started to care. In the past couple of years, I've started to care. So now I have slightly fancier shampoo. It's like, it's not like, it doesn't have a ton of fancy stuff in it. It's just natural stuff, basically. I'm pretty sure it's, I was gonna say it was a local brand, but I feel like just because it's from the same state, that doesn't necessarily make it local. I did get it recommended to me by a hairdresser, but this hairdresser was a family friend, so I wasn't like, oh, you're trying to get me out of my money. I wasn't buying it from her either, so... And it's not that expensive. It's not insanely expensive. I mean, it's definitely more expensive than the, bargain brand or the Suave at the grocery store. Definitely more expensive than that, but yeah. And I think it does a good job. I think it does a good job. My hair is very nice and soft after I use it. You're right, you're allergic to tea. That's like, that's me being Texas being allergic to brisket. You're like, no, that's so unfortunate. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do with that. Oh, okay, you're not allergic to brisket. Okay, you missed a word. Okay, that changes the context of a lot. I was like, oh, no, you're allergic to brisket. That would be so sad. I like brisket. I'm not like a huge brisket person, but I like brisket. I feel like being allergic to any meat would just be such a tragic fate. Well, ending to the specifically not being able to eat meat, because I talked about potentially being allergic to raw chicken. But yeah, not being able to eat meat, that would be such a horrible fate. Well, ending to the coincidence of possibly having a tea allergy while having British ancestry. You know what though? Like, my mom's not allergic to tea, but she just never liked it. So I don't like the smell of it either. I've never drank it, obviously, like I said before, and you know, possibly being allergic, so I should avoid it. But I don't like the smell of it, and that is important because if I don't like the smell of something, I don't like the taste of it either. And that's been pretty much consistent for my entire life. If I don't like the smell of it, I don't like the taste either. I can typically tell if I'm not gonna like something if I don't like the taste. And I can somewhat commonly do the same in reverse. If I like the smell of it, I'll usually like the taste. Not always, but it's like a 80-90% chance that yes, if I like the smell of it, I'm gonna like the taste of it too. Call that a superpower. I don't know. Fox knows. Oh yeah, but it's something that doesn't have much of a smell. That's a little bit dodgy for me. Like, oh, I don't know, am I gonna like this or not? Or if I'm like neutral on the smell and I can't decide whether or not I like it or I hate it. Yeah, that's it's a little bit of the yeah. I love trying new foods. But I'm always too afraid I'm not going to like it, so I usually don't. Let me explain for those who don't understand. Some of you guys are nodding your head like, yeah, I totally get it. Some of you guys like, that makes zero sense. I love trying new foods if I can just taste test it. If I can just taste test it, I will try just about anything. Especially if that said thing is wrapped in a tortilla. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's about the tortilla, but that just makes everything taste better. I don't know what it is. If I can just taste test it, if I can have just a bite, and I can taste test it, I will taste just about anything. Just about. Don't get ahead of yourselves. But I'm always too afraid to try new things when I'm like at a restaurant or something. Cause like, if I don't like it, then I have no meal. If I'm away from home or even if I'm cooking something, if I don't like it, then what do I do? There goes my whole meal. That's why I love having siblings that will also like try new things, or they've tried different things from me. I can just taste off of them. It's great. And I have a lot of siblings, so I have a lot of options. I understand that completely about the smell. There's certain food smells that never fails to make me hungry. Yeah, some good ones. I have a cocoa shea butter skin lotion that I use that makes me smell like chocolate. It makes me want to knot my arms. Okay, this is I don't know what is different about this specific container, but I got some disinfectant wipes recently and they smell like lemon candy. They smell like lemon candy, and like it is supposed to be lemon scented, but it's supposed to be like pine sol lemon smell, you know? It smells like lemon candy, and I'm like, I want to taste it. For the record, I do know what that tastes like. The disinfectant. Don't recommend. It was an accident every time, and yes, I said every time. It's been multiple times. It was never on purpose. But yeah, it smelled like lemon candy. It's never smelled like that before. I'm like, oh, what if I just... Don't do that. Don't do that. It tastes nasty too. I'm the opposite. If it looks good and smells good, I won't ask what it is. I'll just shove it down my gullet. You know, if it looks gross, I don't want to eat it. If it looks gross, I don't want to eat it. So if I'm blindfolded or like, I guess it's more like if I know what's in it. Like if you cooked a rat for me and you told me it was a rat, but I couldn't see that it was a rat, I would still not eat it. But if you didn't tell me you cooked a rat and you served it to me and I didn't know it was a rat, I would eat it. I mean, like, if it looks a little gross, I'll still give it a try. If it looks really gross, no. Yeah, that... Now I'm thinking about coffee, because I hate the smell of coffee, and I hate how it tastes, too. I can't stand walking into Starbucks. It smells horrible. It smells horrible. I'd ask for the barbecue sauce. I love going into Starbucks for like their little baked goods, and we stop there a lot for bathrooms too when we're on road trips. Because you usually have to ask for the password to get in, so they're usually clean. Usually. Even hazelnut coffee, it's all gross. It's all gross. I do like hazelnut coffee creamer. I put that in hot chocolate. It's good. Yeah, I don't like coffee. All of it's gross. It's gross. Nasty. It doesn't matter how sweet you make it. It's all gross to me. Like, I can't stand bitter as it is, but even if you make it sweet, it's gross. Well, at Starbucks, they serve garbage coffee. They sell milkshake, not coffee. I have had their frappuccinos, the ones without coffee, before. I like them. They're good. And yes, it is a milkshake. It's not... Some of them do have coffee in it, though. I don't think I've had any of those. I think I would know if I did. Is it worse than walking into a Subway? Do you not like the smell of Subway? I think the smell of Subway is okay. At least the one that I go to, that Subway just smells like a fridge. It smells like the inside of a fridge because it's like cold in there. Yeah, I think Subway is fine. That's another place that we stop for bathrooms a lot. I went to one and asked for straight black coffee, and the barista was confused. Yeah, I don't think they do that there. I think you have to get some sort of sweetener or creamer or whatever. I add milk and a bit of honey to my coffee because there's already enough bitterness in my life. Oh, Rio. Yeah, I can't stand bitter at all. And I think that's probably mainly the reason why... that's probably why broccoli is such a devil vegetable to me. I do eat my vegetables if they're not green. If they're not bitter, I should say. But most of the green ones are bitter. Weirdly enough, though, I can handle spinach just fine. Even though it's a little bitter, I can handle that just fine. I don't know what it is. Everything else that's bitter, I can't. It makes me want to throw up. Like legitimately, it makes me want to throw up. But I can handle spinach. I don't know what it is. Lettuce is fine too, but that doesn't really have much of a taste. I would say Subway smell bad, but it smells a lot. You probably smell it way before you enter the building. I have never had that experience. Like, ever. I've been in a lot of Subways, and I've been in the one near me quite a bit, because it's near me. And they just smell like a fridge! Like, sometimes they smell like, what's the condiment? Like it's like a vinegary condiment. I can't think of the name right now. Like I don't know. Anyway, sometimes it'll smell like a condiment. And that's about it. I don't know, it doesn't have much of a smell to me. I say that as I sniff. Because I'm getting sick. I'm surprised I haven't coughed at all this stream. I mean, I've had like a tickle in my throat and I've cleared my throat, but I haven't coughed. I've had some nasty coughing fits today. Like it's not just that they're like intense, it's that they sound horrible. I sound like a dying old man. Local AI terrified of many edible trees, even if roasted and coated, but I can't stand broccoli in any form, except if it was wrapped in a tortilla from Costco. Remember how I said I'll eat just about anything if it's wrapped in a tortilla? Yeah, that's what I meant. Costco used to have these, like, they had like a spinach tortilla and it had rotisserie chicken and a bunch of vegetables in it, and it came with this like it came with a salad dressing with it too. I just always called them salad wraps. I didn't know everything that was in them, but I liked them so much, and I'm so sad they don't make them anymore. But one day I read the ingredients, and one of the ingredients was broccoli. I'm like, whoa. How do they do that? I couldn't see any broccoli, but I guess it was in there. I had those a lot. I had those a lot before they got rid of them. I want them back. They replaced them with like a Southwest wrap, and that was okay, but it's no replacement. No replacement. I want my salad I want my rotisserie chicken salad rolls back. Please give them back. They were so good. I would like legitimately request them every single time my parents went to Costco. It's like, hey, look. This will feed me for 4 meals. I know it's expensive, but it will feed me for 4 meals. And when you think about it, that's actually saving you a lot of money. And I did, in fact, eat it for 4 meals because it comes with 4 halves. And they're huge. They were huge. So they were enough. Hey, I lied to force to eat broccoli, but it just worked against humanity. I did say I would eat broccoli, like straight broccoli, if I hit 1 million subscribers, which I don't think I'll ever get there, and that's why I said that. But if I do actually get there, thanks, I hate it. Maybe if it's pink, you'd eat broccoli. I would, in fact, not. Come to think of it, what kind of foods are pink? Like, other than meat before they're cooked, what kind of foods are pink? Like, what fruits are pink? What vegetables are pink? What, I would say grains, but I don't think there's any pink grains, are there? Oh. Pink foods. Google. Macaroons. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's exactly what I want. Fine. No. Watermelon? I do like watermelon. Cherries, raspberries, and strawberries. Those are red. Pink lady apple. I've never had one, actually. Oh. Okay, so I guess it's technically pink. But it has red onions on here. Oh, I don't like red onions. I like white onions and green onions. I don't like red onions. And Otto calls me crazy for that because he says that red onions have a more mild flavor compared to the other ones. Mild my butt. Mild my butt. They're nasty. My parents will get they'll get pizza that has red onions on it, and I have to like pick it off every single time. And there's been plenty of times where I missed one and I bite straight into it and my whole face scrunches up. So it's not even just a factor of like having not liked them as a kid and refusing to eat them as an adult and finding out if I like them or not. No, I just genuinely hate them. I genuinely hate them. They're so gross. Dragon fruit. That was a weird way to say the dragon fruit. I don't think I've ever had dragon fruit. You know that? I love trying different fruits. I'm never scared to try a fruit, ever. I'm never scared to try a fruit because it's a fruit. I mean, I'm gonna try it. It's not like there's gonna be a ton left over. And if there is, someone else is definitely gonna eat it if I'm not alone. So I'll always try fruit. I will always try fruit. I've never tried dragon fruit though. Man, I was thinking about pomegranates earlier. I really want pomegranates. I really want pomegranates. Sorry, my model probably looks really weird right now. I'm twirling around in my chair. I'm going back and forth. Woo! Woo! Oh, I love dragon fruit. Oh no. Dragon D's nuts! Got him. Yeah, I've never tried dragon fruit, but I really want pomegranates right now. I haven't had pomegranates in years. I don't think I was even around yet, actually. I think the last time I had pomegranate, I think I was not even a concept yet. I think it was just Yui at that time. I've been wanting pomegranates all this time, though. I've never... Look, I don't do the grocery shopping. Yui and I don't do the grocery shopping. My parents do all the grocery shopping. So basically all the food has to go through them. And I have requested pomegranates before, and they're just like, no. You're going to eat a pomegranate? Yes! You know how long it took me to convince them to get kiwis? Kiwis? Like, okay, pomegranates, they're kind of annoying to get all the seeds, okay? I can kind of understand why they think I wouldn't eat it, because it's annoying to get the seeds out. I will do it! I know how to get them all out! It's not that painful. I will do it! I want my pomegranates. But kiwis? I literally cut them in half and eat them with a spoon. It's not like it's a matter of being lazy with that. I will literally just cut it in half and eat it with a spoon. I took so long to convince them for kiwis! I'm getting dragon fruit lemonade lately. It tastes really good. You know, I think I've had dragon fruit lemonade. I think I have had that, but I've never had dragon fruit itself. I don't think. I've had dragon fruit in things. Yeah. What other kind of fruits do I want to try? I've never had star fruit. I want to try that. What is it called again? Durian? The one that smells like rotting flesh? I want to try that because I hear it tastes good even though it smells really bad. So maybe that would be the one time I don't like the smell, but like the taste? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to smell like rotting flesh, so that's not just like a subjective thing. It's meant to smell like that. I want to try that. I want to try... I've never had... How do you guys pronounce it? Because... Actually, how do I pronounce it? I pronounce it lychee, I think. It's been a long time since I've even thought about this. Because the last time I even thought about this, I heard it said a different way. And I think they said it lychee. And like ever since then, my mind has been so confused. I want to try lychee. I think lychee sounds better than lychee. Lychee. That just makes me think of like swamp leeches. Lychee. I want to try lychee. Even though it kind of looks weird when you take it out of the shelf. I always thought that the like the red part of lychee was supposed to be eaten, but apparently there's just this squishy white fruit on the inside. It looks weird, but I would try it. I would eat it, probably. I think. What other fruits? What other fruits? What other fruit? What's an uncommon fruit that you guys have had? I love fruit. There's very few fruits that I haven't liked, so there's a bunch that I want to try. Let me look it up. Or do we just put uncommon fruits? Uncommon fruits. Mangosteen! I've never had mangosteen before. Jackfruit. I've never even heard of jackfruit, I think. I don't think I have. Mandarin, jackfruit, dragon fruit, cherry moya. You know, that one doesn't look very good. It looks dry. It looks dry. I don't want to try that one. It looks like a dry pear. And I don't like pears. That's like the one fruit I don't like. Maybe I've just had really bad pears, but every single time I've had pears, it's like there's something tiny and crunchy in it that I can't see. Like I look at pears and I think, oh, it'll have a similar texture to like apples or something. It definitely does not. It feels like there's these teeny tiny little things in there that I shouldn't be eating. Are those the seeds? How big are pear seeds? No, pear seeds are huge. What the heck is it that I'm chomping into? Why are pears grainy? Because their flesh contains stone cells, also called sclerates. Their structure, so it's stone cells? Yeah, I don't like pears. They're too gritty and gross, and the taste, it does not really make up for it. Apparently both pronunciations are correct. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato, lychee, lychee. I assumed they were both correct, but I didn't know like which one was more common. Speaking of tomato, tomato, I don't. The British are weird. So the British will say tomato, but they don't say potato. They say potato, like we do. Like we Americans do. So they say tomato and potato, but not tomato and potato. I've asked my mother this, and I've been like, Mom, why do they say tomato but not potato? And she's like, I don't know. So every time someone says potato, potato, I just think back to that. Because no one says potato. Who says potato? I don't know if there's like any region that says potato, but there is a region that says tomato. And they say herb because they say herb. Yes, they say herb. Herb, which, you know, I would say that's probably more correct, but because I've always heard herb, it just sounds wrong. Herb. There's a lot of like weird ways they pronounce things, like garage instead of garage. What is garage? Garage? Like a carriage? Oh, garage. It's weird. What else did they say? They say a lot of things very differently. Mother, speak into my brain right now. Thank you. No, I said that, but my mom has an American accent anymore. She's lived in the US longer than she ever lived in England, so the British really comes out when you say tomato and potato. Wait, did I? I feel like I said that entire sentence with a little bit of an accent. Not like a super accent, but I feel like I said most. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a story. Okay, so I don't have an accent, as you guys can tell, or I don't have a British accent. I have an American accent. I very much have a Washingtonian accent, which I've become acutely aware and very annoyed of ever since I realized I say mountain. It's a mountain, like most places. Mountain. I realized I said it that one day. I'm like, is this a Washingtonian thing? Apparently it is. Which, by the way, we do not say pop here. I don't care how many people say they say pop in Washington. We don't say pop. We say soda. Shut up. Sorry, that was just a little rant. Anyway, mountain. Yeah, like that. Mountain. Mountain. I was trying to figure out my accent one day. I was like, I feel like the Washingtonian accent is kind of like a combination between a Valley Girl accent and a Canadian accent. And I went Googling trying to figure out whether that was correct, and I was spot on. Anyway, back to the story I was gonna tell. So I clearly don't have a British accent, but every now and then, like you just witnessed, I will have a little bit of an accent pop out just because, you know, I would hear my mom speak like that all the time growing up, and it just kind of became a habit, I guess, like an involuntary habit. And she still does it too, by the way. She pretty much has an American accent now, but she still does that too. It just comes naturally to her. Also, every time she speaks to a British person, her accent comes back. So anywho, so sometimes I'll have a bit of a British accent just pop out of nowhere. I'm not conscious of it. It just kind of happens. And there was one day I was in school and we were all reading aloud. And normally I'm very quiet, but for some reason this day I was a little bit on the more bold side, I guess. Not really bold, but I was a little bit more on the confident side, I guess. I wasn't super shy this day. And as we were reading out loud, it came to, we were all taking turns. We were just going around the class taking turns. We were going in a circle. we were all given roles for specific people, also. And there was this, I think he was Irish. There was this Irish kid in our class. And he asked, what was his character again? and I replied, you're Robert. You're Robert, with an accent. Being completely unconscious that I did this. And my teacher snapped at me like, don't do that. Don't do that. I think he thought I was bullying him. I was literally unconscious of the fact that I had used my British accent towards this Irish kid who had a very thick accent, and I think my teacher thought I was bullying him. Literally as he snapped at me, I'm like, what did I do? And then it dawned on me. Like, no, I'm not bullying him, I promise. I didn't mean to do it. It was, no. I was thinking about that for the rest of the week. I could not focus on that class anymore. It's like, I was like sitting there thinking to myself, like, do I go and apologize to him? I literally never talked to this kid in my life, so it's like, do I go apologize to him? But I don't know him. Did he take it offensively? I didn't know what to do. And that keeps me up at night. Oh man, I blame my mother. I blame my mother for making me like this. She Oh, it's so unfortunate. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to use my British accent with you, Irish kid. I didn't mean to. I was completely unconscious. But yeah, that's if you ever thought an accent could get you in trouble, well, I still think about, should I have apologized? Should I have apologized? I literally never ever spoke to him. Oh, that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Blaming the British like a true. No, I say it. I don't know if I've ever said it out loud, actually. But I say it to myself all the time. The best thing about being a British American is that I could just make fun of the other one and denounce the other one whenever I want. Oh, the British are being problems right now? Oh, well, I'm American, that's fine. Oh, the Americans are being obnoxious? Oh, well, I'm British, so... Oh, well, the Americans are goofy, or the British are goofy today? Ha ha ha! What losers? I don't say losers, by the way. That's not a word I use. I use much, I wasn't gonna say nicer. I wouldn't say nicer. I use technically nicer. I use more eloquent language, I should say. Hard for the past 4 feet. Thank you. If I ever see that guy again, which I probably won't, I will apologize to him. No, I won't. That's gonna be so awkward. Like, hey, remember this? And he's not gonna remember, because that's gonna definitely just be me that remembers. Well, if I ever see him in the afterlife, when we remember everything, if we remember everything, I will apologize to him then. Yeah. Oh, it's like such silly stuff that keeps us awake at night. It's like, I have some genuine trauma. Some things that have definitely screwed me up in my life. But those aren't the things that keep me up at night. It's me accidentally using an accent towards an Irish kid that keeps me up at night. You're equipped with a more sophisticated vocabulary. Yeah. Our brains are funny. Our brains are very odd. Like, why can't I remember my school lesson today, but I can remember that dolphins will die if they stop swimming. Was that dolphins? No, that was sharks. That was sharks, not dolphins, sorry. Apparently I didn't even remember that. Just remember the most mundane or the most random things. Like, why can't I remember useful things? I mean, I guess in some aspects, depending on perspective, some of the random things I remember are useful. It's very useful if you're a girlfriend. It's very useful if you're a girl in a relationship, because you will remember everything your man says. Remember everything your man says, everything he does. And I don't abuse this. I don't... I'm not the kind of person that will be like, oh, well, you said this or did that, blah, 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 so blah, 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 I can do this or blah, blah, blah. I'm not that kind of person. But there's been times where, like, how do I describe it? There's been times where I will remember things that he doesn't, and it's a good thing. And it's to the benefit of our relationship. Or it's just something goofy that I'll remember and just be like, haha, silly, funny thingy. I think Aras described me as having like the memory of an elephant, which is kind of hilarious because I have like the worst short-term memory. Like I've said before, I am very scatterbrained, but when it comes to like remembering things from a long time ago, I remember very well. You should do your stream where you speak in your British accent only. You know, I've actually thought about it. I thought about doing it before, but I don't know if I could keep it up because I've never practiced it. It's just something that like happens sometimes. I mean, let me think. Like, I don't know. That was so bad. I don't know if I can do that or not. That was so bad. No, I can't do it on command. I can't do it on command. Tomato. 40. 42. Water. The stream would be practiced. I would have actual, like, homegrown British people coming to the stream like, you think we sound like that? Hey, I can't British on command. Yes, that is in fact not something that is in my coding. I can't. I can't do that. I can't. I mean, let me think back to like how my mom speaks. Let me think back to how my mom speaks on the phone. How does mom speak on the phone to her British friend? To her English friends? How do her British friends speak? Oh no. Okay, one of her British friends, I love this lady so much. I want to see her again. She's so hilarious. She has like a super thick British accent that's like kind of combined with a Scottish accent too. And she has the greatest accent I've ever heard in my entire life. And she's a hilarious lady too. If she could still travel, she's kind of too old to be traveling now. If she was still able to travel, I would absolutely be inviting her to my wedding. I love that lady so much. She has a super thick accent. She's like, oh no, oh, I can't even do it. It's too thick. That's not, oh no, oh no. No, I can't do it. It's so thick. I can't do it. She's the greatest voice I've ever heard though. I definitely can't do a Scottish accent. I definitely can't do that. My mom does a great Scottish accent though, let me tell you. She kind of had a Scottish father, Scottish adopted father. So that's my grandfather that passed away a few months ago. So yeah. So yeah, I am familiar with the Scottish accent, but she grew up with it, so she's very good at a Scottish accent. You need to be drunk. You know, I don't think any of my family really drinks. Like any of my family. I think I've never really thought about this until now, but I don't think any of my family really drinks. Aside from my uncle, who's basically a Texan now and not a Britishman. He moved to Texas. He's not British anymore. He's a Texan. And he drinks a lot of beer. But I think he's like the only one who really drinks alcohol. I can't think of any of my other family members that drink. Not a single one. And I have a lot of them. Yeah, not a single one. That's just not a thing in my family. Huh. Interesting. Woo, one of us. Yeah, I have vowed to never drink in my entire life. I just don't want to do it. I mean, there's been times where we're like, oh, I wonder if that tastes good. Maybe I'll like take a sip and spit it out. Because I don't want to swallow alcohol. It doesn't sit right with me. Like, recreational poison just doesn't sit right with me. I know other people have different opinions on that, but recreational poison just doesn't sit right with me, so I don't ever want to do it. But I've considered like, oh, maybe I'll take like a sip and just spit it out immediately after. I've been told you don't do that. Like, just don't do that, because if you do that, it's gonna be gross. Like, well, if it's gonna be gross, if you do that, then isn't the whole thing gonna be gross? No family members ever try to peer pressure you into drinking? Nope, not a single one. None of them drink. None of them do. It's alcohol. It's not about enjoying it. It's forgetting things. Well, I used to be able to do that with caffeine, so I think I just need to cut out all caffeine for like at least a year, and maybe my tolerance will disappear again, and then and then I can have a Red Bull and I can experience real peps. I never got to enjoy the pure peps of a Red Bull before my tolerance built up. I have tasted a Red Bull before. I've tasted it. Like, it was like there's like this, I don't think it's around anymore, but there used to be this like roadside cafe. You know, like those, I don't know if this is a thing in other places in the country or even the world, but there's like you know those like coffee places where it's just like a teeny tiny little building. Like, you could touch both sides of the building while you're inside. Yeah, like one of those teeny tiny little places that are just like in parking lots. There used to be one of those, and they had Italian sodas, and you could get it with Red Bull and with like cream in it. And my sister got one with Red Bull and cream in it one day, and I tasted it, and I was awake all night. I was awake all night. Yeah, that was. Can you imagine if I drank like a full Red Bull? That would be something. I would absolutely have to stream it if I did. I have to get rid of my tolerance first, though. I have to get rid of my tolerance first. I need to stop. I need to stop drinking caffeine like it's alcohol and drinking to forget. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing it to just enjoy a, I was gonna say a Pepsi, but I actually don't like Pepsi. That stuff's nasty. I need to stop doing that to just enjoy a cherry cola. I need to stop doing that. I need to get rid of my tolerance and drink Red Bull and stream it for content. Oh. I've done a few caffeinated streams, and if you guys saw those, you definitely know, it was a thing. You know, my tolerance used to be so bad that I would just get so hyped up, so insanely hyped up, that I would forget things, like legitimately forget. Not just like distraction forget. I would just legitimately have gaps in my memory. That's how low my tolerance used to be. I don't think it's been that bad since high school, but it used to be that bad. Oh, yeah, that was something. I remember, I'm pretty sure this was my first time ever drinking a Mountain Dew. I was watching a school play, and they had refreshments, drinks, soda, popcorn, whatever, like out in the lobby before you went in the theater. I thought to myself, oh, I've never had Mountain Dew before. I'm gonna try it. I don't remember the play. Like, I remember, like, a song or two, but I don't remember anything. Oh, hi! Whoops. They're home. My family is indeed home, and I need to go. It's really awkward because I was speaking really loudly and my door was wide open, and my door is really close to the front door. So they heard me loud and clear. I should probably go. Oopsie. Okay, well. I feel so awkward right now. Okay, well, thank you guys for spending time with me. It was lots of fun. Local AI incarnated for disturbing the peace. I wish I turned the light on out there so I at least could have seen them coming, but it was dark, so I didn't even see it until my dad popped his head. I feel so awkward. I don't know how long they were listening or how much they heard. Okay, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!